Across the South Coast, live from Solent University. You're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good morning, it's 12 o'clock and I'm Samuel Farris-Clark and these are your Solent Sports News headlines. Southampton FC face Queen's Park Rangers under the lights at St Mary's this evening. The reverse fixture earlier this season was Tonda Eckert's first game in charge of the Saints and ended in a 2-1 win for the South Coast side. Southampton come into the game with a 7-game unbeaten streak and are just 4 points adrift from the playoffs. Eastleigh continue their hunt for a new interim manager following the sacking of Scott Bartlett. I am joined by fellow sports journalist Harvey Gehring to talk about the search. So, Harvey, what's going on at the Spitfires?
Well, Sam, as it stands, Eastleigh are yet to announce someone as their new manager just 3 days after sacking Scott Bartlett. However, in a club statement when they sacked him, they claimed that they were going to be conducting a thorough and comprehensive recruitment process to find an interim, so it could be a while before we see someone new in the dugout. And the final straw for Bartlett was their 4-0 loss away to Morecambe this weekend. They're now 18th in the league and 6 points above the relegation zone.
Thank you, Harvey. Manchester United returned to winning ways last night with their 1-0 win over Everton in the Premier League. Super sub Benjamin Sesko came off the bench and scored yet again for the Red Devils, which has lifted United back into the top 4. The United boss Michael Carrick was pleased with Sesko's work rate despite starting on the bench for the past 5 matches.
I've got no problem with Ben, and he hasn't got an issue. He obviously wants to play, but I can't speak highly enough of how he's been and the work he's putting in and his attitude, ruthless finish, which kind of sums up where he's at the minute, which is great to see.
Tottenham Hotspur will face Chelsea in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. Yesterday, Spurs women won 9-8 on penalties against the London City Lionesses after a 2-2 draw in normal time. Famous rapper Snoop Dogg will be attending his first ever Swansea City game against Preston this evening. He became a minority shareholder and investor in the Welsh Championship club in July of 2025. But is yet to go to a match. Swansea CEO Tom Gorringe claims Snoop Dogg was an addition from needing new ways to generate income. Boxing legends Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are set for a professional rematch in September. The two fighters faced each other back in 2015 and it was named the fight of the century and still remains one of the richest boxing bouts in history. On that occasion, Mayweather came out victorious through a unanimous decision. Jack Draper marked his return from injury with straight sets win over Frenchman Ketan Ali's in the ATP Dubai Tennis Championships. The British number 1 played his first competitive match in 164 days after recovering from a left arm injury. He won the sets 7-6 and 6-3 against Ali's, which has booked him a place in the round of 16. Draper says he was desperate to return to competing.
I've been craving the feeling of competing for a very long time. I think it just felt normal. It felt like I was coming back to doing what I love, which is being out here competing and having that adrenaline of the winning and losing points, and long may it continue.
Menna Fitzpatrick looks set to compete in the Winter Paralympics after suffering a knee injury 3 months ago. That's all from us this hour. We'll be back at 1.